Hello, everyone. I'm waiting on my son to get here. I know he's in between jobs and he's said he'd be here in a few minutes. I want to give you a little background, but first, hi, Evelyn, Kay, and Lynn. Jason is my younger of my two sons. He and I have always been really close, and he's been. He just messaged me. Anyway, he was my problem child as he was growing up. He got into so much stuff. And I can't even tell you. I was like, what? But he's a great person. He has met his girlfriend now. They've been together, like we talked about Wednesday, for about 4.5 years, 4 years, 4.5 years. And he has totally straightened up his life. He's had custody of his kids. He has a daughter that's 21 and a son that's 19. And he's had pretty much sole custody since his 19-year-old was 16 months old. The mother was a heroin addict and may still be, I don't know. And he was living with us at the time. And he said, Mom, what do I do? I said, you bring your kids here. That's what you do. He's like, how do I get on? All right, 1 second. Anyway, he's trying to get situated at work. But yeah, I told him, I said, you bring the kids here and we'll do it. They were 3 and 16 months or something like that. And they lived with us off and on for many years.
I made it.
So I was just giving them a little background
Uh,
about when you had got your kids, you got full custody of your kids.
oh
And
yeah,
from the time Jordan was 16 months old and he's now 19,
that's right.
Jason's been through a lot. He's been through a lot of stress.
Yeah.
But you tell him.
You what do you want to do? Like a question and answer? You just want me to go or what?
I want you to tell what started you on the path that you went through.
Yeah. All right. First and foremost, you're gonna have to bear with me because
Woo.
I am working and I got customers coming in too. So I'll do my best in between.
That's okay. When somebody comes in, just pause it or
I'll mute the mic when they're here. So let me help these guys and then I'll be back with you.
okay.
All right. Hold on.
So sorry about that. But he has a heck of a story. Um, and I think he would rather do this the way he is now. He works at a pro shop at a bowling alley. That's where he is now. And hopefully it won't take long. But if you have any questions, I know you guys don't know him other than what I have said, which has been a lot. But Jason he's always been my protector. Listen, you, Jason, Carnivore K, Nevada Sherry, easy peasy. Hi, Stacy. But Jason he's always been the one there for me. And regardless of what his situation was at the time, he's always been there. And there was some tough times where I kind of told him I was going to take his kids. Hi, Trinity. Hey, Deb. But yeah, I kind of told him he needed to straighten his act up, or I was going to get custody of his kids because they deserved better. But yeah. Trinity, if you want to pop on while Jason's waiting on his customers, you've got the link. Go ahead so they can see you and Andreas and Kevin. They missed you on Wednesday. Hello, James, Lynn, hi, Evelyn, and all of you other fantastic people. I'm too lazy to type out all the names. I get it. Brian's watching. Hello, Trinity, Deb, and James. Hi, Nan. How are you? I see Brian. Yep, he's in the chat. Hey, Rick. How's it going? Hi, Ken. Glad you're here. And while Jason is waiting on his customers, we may have a baby in here.
Am I on here?
Yes.
Okay.
This is my granddaughter, Trinity, that you guys didn't get to see. And there's my new great-grandson, who is sound asleep.
Yeah, he just ate not that long ago, so he's sleeping.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can see him. Can you see him?
Not anymore. You took him out.
I gotta hold it up here then.
He's cute. He's precious. Lynn says, baby. We got your knee in the picture, always your leg.
I know.
Hey, Rick. Baby. Nan says, aw,
Let me see if I can hold him.
cute baby. Yeah, just pick him up. He'll still sleep. Low guinea pig at Dale 38S. Nan Catlin, Twin Brook Acres. Kenneth Pattison. When was he born? 2 weeks ago today. He's 2 weeks old. Already, Trinity.
I know, it's crazy. We had his 2-week appointment today. He was 7 pounds and 8.5 ounces.
Okay, might want to speak up just a little bit.
I said he was 7 pounds and 8.5 ounces.
Wow, already.
Mm-hmm.
He's eating good.
Yeah, he eats every 2 to 3 hours, and he's eating like 3 ounces each feeding. He's like so knocked out right now.
This Evelyn says, oh, I wanted to see him on Christmas, but Mama had to rest.
Yeah, I was sleeping. I was tired.
Yeah, Evelyn has a daughter named Trinity.
I remember you telling me that.
Yeah. And how is Mama feeling?
I'm good. I'm tired. I'm exclusively pumping and bottle feeding, so I pump every like 2 to 3 hours. So I'm tired, but it's worth it. He's growing. He's healthy. He's happy. I'm a little sore, but it's pretty much it. Nothing bad.
He's so cute.
His doctor today walked in and was like, "You don't even look like you had a baby," and I was like, "I don't even feel like I had a baby."
Deb said, hi, Trinity. What a precious son you have.
Hi, Deb.
Hi, Cindy and Trinity. Hello, hello.
Kevin's coming back up right now.
It's Amy. Do what? The papa's coming?
Yeah.
Oh,
Are you gonna pop in?
what happened?
I'm on my grandma's live.
Oh, okay.
Hello, Patricia Hoffman. AC Baker's my niece, Amy.
Hi.
Hi, Kevin. This is the baby daddy.
How you doing, Sydney?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Feeling a little bit better.
You what? Were you sick?
Yeah, I think I had like a stomach bug this morning. Puked up everything.
Get away from that child if you're sick.
No, I just think he didn't eat. Like whatever he ate last night didn't sit right.
What's holding for my dear life?
He knows I was just kidding around, right?
Yes, he does. He's right here.
Oh.
He could sit next to you. You could move this away.
Oh. Let me take off all this stuff out of my pocket real quick.
He's so precious.
He's such a good sleeper too. He just knocks out.
You gained
Mhm.
weight.
Yeah, I told her that.
Do what?
He said he gained weight.
Well, he's supposed to.
Ugh. Ugh.
So, Kevin, you went back to work yesterday?
No.
Next Thursday.
Tuesday or Wednesday, I forget.
He was supposed to, but they ended up just letting him have the rest of the week off, so he's gonna start next week.
They were like, "Why do you need to come in for 2 days?" I was like, "The money."
Yeah, right. I have a child I have to support now.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
It's not just the two of you anymore.
It's the three of us.
Huh?
It's the three of us now. Well,
That's
four if you
right.
include Pico. Where's
He's
Jim?
so cute.
He's over there. He's at work, so he's dealing with a customer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Who is that?
22 cute cat. That's Lynn saying hi to you too.
Hi.
But yeah, we're just waiting on Jason to get done with his customers.
Okay. Is he at the bowling alley?
The pro shop.
Yep. Can you
Oh.
see him in the picture?
Yeah, I can.
Yep,
Yep.
doodles.
What would you need?
Oh, my drink.
Now they get a good look at him. He's all right there. Little face, little.
Little chunk of
Oh,
meat.
I just wish I could be there to hold him. I'll
I do
chime
too.
in and say hello, Trinity and Kevin, and that precious little baby. That baby's name is Andreas. Or
Andreas.
Andy.
Short Andy.
Andy. Yeah, he's a cutie.
Oh, did she show you what he has under?
Oh, it's the outfit that you got.
Daddy's little rookie.
That is little rookie. Well, I got him quite a few outfits.
I know, this is one of them.
This
though.
is my favorite one.
I guess so. There was
Hmm.
another one that said something about, oh, what was it? Mommy's something and daddy's, I don't know.
I think it was the one she got for Christmas. The package we got for Christmas.
I don't know. She sent a lot of stuff.
So I'm in the middle of making an Afghan for him.
A blanket.
And I found a pillow, Trinity, that I'm going to send to you.
Yay.
It's a heart-shaped pillow. It says, best mom ever,
Oh,
or something like that.
That's cute.
Mhm. Yeah. Never a doubt in my mind that you will be, that you already are.
Thank you. I try. I want to give him everything that I can.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
fussing.
The doctor told me today that like with his growth and everything that like I'm doing a good job with like the breast milk and everything like that.
Yeah.
She was just
Best thing
happy.
he can be eating.
That's what she said.
She was just happy to get some reassurance.
Like I knew I was doing a good job, but the fact that the doctor said it and I know that he's growing and gaining weight and everything like that, it made me just like more reassured.
Yeah. And for those of you in the chat, the reason she's not nursing him is because he doesn't want any part of it.
I literally tried again yesterday. He has no interest in it at all. He'll start crying because he wants to eat and he tries, but he doesn't want it at all. But I'm still pumping so that way he can still get my breast milk.
This young lady is very special.
My grandma's very special.
Most definitely she is.
She's more my mom than my grandma.
Don't make her cry.
You're going to.
She knows it. She knows it.
I got tissues handy.
At least she's prepared.
That's all right. I did Wednesday too.
I know. I watched it after I woke up.
Was it in the afternoon or?
It was on Christmas at like the same time.
Oh.
She is very, very special.
Most definitely she is. She's an angel.
Ask Kevin what I said to him when we moved away.
Well, she said, if you don't take care of her, I'm gonna come back and beat your butt.
Said you got to deal with me.
Yes, ma'am.
Yep. With all your lives, you've got to have tissues handy. Yeah. Sometimes. Not all of them, but a lot of them. But yeah. Those people's stories are just incredible.
I mean, when you're sitting
You
down,
gotta tell your story one day, Grandma.
My story, I think they know just about everything about me. My story is all throughout my channel, from starting keto to having knee replacements to having gastric bypass to having everything going on.
you want some pills in the back?
This is Karen saying hi, Cindy. Karen, this is my granddaughter Trinity and her boyfriend Kevin and my great grandson Andy. My husband was told, if you break her heart, I'll break your legs.
That is honestly crazy.
So there you go.
Yep.
Break her heart.
And look at what we did. He didn't hurt me. We got a baby.
You got a little family.
And you guys have been together 5 years?
Yeah, we just hit 5 years this December, the 16th.
And you want to know something crazy? We totally forgot about our anniversary. Because
I
we
think
had
we had other things going on.
I know, we totally forgot. The doctor was like asking us how long we've been together. And I was like, oh, 5 years tomorrow. And then I realized that day was the 16th. And I was like, oh, wait, today.
And then I was like, happy anniversary, babe.
Well, this little child didn't want to wait till the due date.
I know. He
Nope.
came
It's
a
like-
week early.
A week early. And for a first one, that's remarkable. Usually they're a week or two late.
And I only pushed for 1 hour.
Sherry said, I think you have an excuse. You were a little busy.
Something like that.
Karen said, very nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you.
It's very nice to
And
meet you.
Jason will
guys.
be back as soon as he's done with his customers back there.
All we see is his behind right now.
Well, he's waiting. He's doing his job and he's at work. So,
I don't know.
but I will get him.
Kind of camouflages a little bit.
Yeah, his little face.
He's so precious. He's perfect.
He's
He's
perfect.
just perfect.
Perfect.
Judy, I said, you're just getting familiar with the channel, wondering why you moved.
She wanted to get away from all the stress.
That's a big part of it.
She needed
But
a little vacation.
it was very expensive living up there. Yeah, it was in New Hampshire. And, we were getting to the point where we just couldn't afford it anymore. Being on Social Security isn't all it's cracked up to be. And New Hampshire is very expensive. Plus, I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio originally, and wanted to get closer to more centrally located between my 3 sisters.
Mhm.
Because our parents are gone, our brother's gone, it's just the 4 of us. So I got centrally located, and we love it here. We miss the kids and all the grandkids and
Now the great
that
guarantee.
little fella. But we go up there probably once a year, if something like that. Nobody comes here though. Nobody comes to visit us.
Eventually.
She's dropping
Huh?
hints.
I said eventually.
So
She's dropping
cute.
some big hints.
Case is absolutely precious.
Thank you.
Sherry said, that's why I left California. It was all the financial decision for the most part. I love living here in Arizona. Right now, I should be decorating parade floats. Nice. Lyd asking Kay how she's doing because she's been sick. But yeah, it's a lot of it was the financial why we moved, Judy. But Trinity's right. It's a lot of drama and a lot of stress. And I needed to stay healthy and get away from all the stress. And Deb, you know who Deb is, Trinity,
Your sister?
your sister, my sister.
Not
Nobody
mine.
visits you. Debbie visits me all the time. I'm talking kids and grandkids, Deb. You do. Hello, Evelyn. When will you get to see your great grandson in person? Probably in May,
Probably me. Wow.
unless they come here before that.
Which may happen.
Just gotta get a little situated with little Bean over here.
So better. Thanks for asking. Cindy, I agree. Close to retirement at Mass is very expensive. Yes, you're right there. You know what it's like.
Very, very, very.
It's rough. Huh?
In,
I said very much expensive.
in Boston, we saw a 4-bedroom house just going on for like, what? The starting bid was like 900,000 in Boston.
Well, Boston's going to be more.
No, I know, but I was just like, that's outrageous.
It's crazy though. Andy would be more of a human to interact with by May anyway. Right now, all you can do is just sit here and watch him sleep. I could hold him and give him little kisses. Precious little one. I agree. Thank you, Brenda.
Thank you.
Very much.
But yes, by the time he's 6 months old, he won't know me, won't want to have anything to do with me.
Yes, he'll be like 5 months in May. He'll still be a little baby.
I'm gonna tell you, the time goes so fast.
I feel like it already is. He's gonna be a month in 2 weeks. Like, that's crazy.
He's already so big.
Sherry said, I'm sure you could, given the chance. I wouldn't mind holding him and giving him a little kisses. Yeah.
He's very loving, very much loves the cuddles.
Even the burbs are 800. Rent is 2,500.
Wow. See what I mean? It's insane.
It's time to move this way.
Get away
That would
from all
change
the
big
snow.
time in a couple of years. This is Dustin. This started earlier than I thought. Yeah, Jason needed it started at 5 and he's working and he had customers coming in he had to take care of.
So I took his
Back in the back. I'm heading into Costco. All right, Dustin, when you come out, if you want to pop in, I'll put the thing in the chat because when Jason comes back, because he'd enjoy that. I'm here. I'll catch up. Well, you haven't heard anything from Jason yet. And this Andy is Susan, no, is Trinity, Kevin, and my little baby Andy.
I gotta take off my hoodie.
Her name is Andy. My lady laughed a lot. Her name is Andy. Dustin, Evelyn, Andy. Come to the North Carolina mountains, she says.
Want me to hold it so you can take off your sweater?
I can't.
Oh.
Now my passport photo is done today. Woo, I don't have a passport. I'll see how long being in Costco takes. All right. Well, just get in and out. You don't need all that stuff.
Don't be like that.
Let me get everybody see.
It's cute. Trinity's sweatshirts, Boys and Girls Club. Trinity, explain to them, because a lot of people out in different areas have no idea. Like out here, nobody's ever heard of the Boys and Girls Club.
So they're a non-profit organization that like helps with families who are struggling or whatever, or just kids in general. They come after school. During the summer, we're open full time, but during the school year, they come after school and they have different programs that they can do, things that they can get into to keep them occupied rather than just being at home or just being on the phone or things like that. They help families a lot. They'll give for Christmas, they'll give for Thanksgiving, like all the holidays they're a part of. They like being a part and helping the families. I work in the infant toddler area. So we have 6 weeks to 16 months. And then we have 2 other areas, which are 2 and 3-year-olds, and then 4-year-olds. And then in the bigger area is the clubhouse kids, which are like 3rd grade and up. And then they have an area for the teens as well.
Yep. Nothing. Jason's here. Trinity was
What's up, baby boy?
Jason got to see his great nephew for the first time
Yeah,
on Christmas.
I got to feed him too.
Good.
And burp him.
Yeah,
They grow too fast. Before you know it, they'll be a teenager. Yep.
Don't say that. I'm enjoying
I'm
the
part of the
moment.
Boys and Girls Club. She was a counselor. There's a big facility over there. It was in California.
And they have them all over the place.
International trips happen before the age of 26. I've never been international, so never had a passport. But anyhow, Jason, are you good for a while now? Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this while I'm working.
All right, just without the noise from the machine.
Yeah, well, I'll do my best. I'll mute it when I got to drill, but all right. So, where do you want me to start?
Well, I told him, like I said, about you getting custody of your kids. You guys want to hang around, or are you done?
We'll probably go because I'm gonna have to end up feeding him soon.
I love you.
Okay.
I love you. Say
Bye,
bye.
Grandma. Bye.
Bye, little puppy.
Bye, great uncle.
I love you, Grandma. I'll text you.
I love you too. I'll talk to you later.
All right.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Bye.
All right.
So anyway, I told him how you had gotten custody of your kids
Yeah.
and all that, and about their mother,
Yeah.
and not knowing what the hell what she's doing now, and not really caring.
Yeah. We don't care.
But what? And I may not know a lot of this, Jason. So some of it might be new to me.
Well.
It's your
So
story of addiction and how you got over it.
yeah, I'll get to that point.
Okay.
So basically, I got my kids when my son was just turned a year old. My daughter was almost 3 or just turned 3. Their mother had turned to heroin, unfortunately. I don't know if I'm allowed saying all that on here, but whatever. And I was getting them every Friday and bringing them home to her every Sunday, living in Nashville, New Hampshire, bringing them to Springfield, Mass. And she called me one Friday about 4:30 when I got out at 5 and told me, when you come get them, I need you to keep them. And of course, pack what you can. And I'm on my way. So I had the weekend to figure out like a sitter, and I got fortunate enough that we had a neighbor that had kids around the same age. And hold on. No, we're good. The kids around the same age, was a stay-at-home mom, so she agreed to, for a fee, of course, watch my kids. So I had the weekend to figure that out, and I got it figured out. But everything was good for a couple of years, and then I decided that maybe I should go through courts and get legal custody. And when I did that, their mother started showing up to the court dates, and honestly, at that point, she looked good. She looked like she cleaned up her act, and my mother noticed it as well. And we decided originally that she was gonna move into a spare room in my meme's house, and move her up here, get her away from all the people she knows that were helping bring her down, and help her get a job and get on her feet, get her own place, and be closer to her kids. And well, my mother, being the angel that she is, decided to say, "Hey, why don't you just stay with us in your daughter's room?" That that was not fun. But she moved back up. We moved her up here, moved her in. She stayed with my daughter in her room, and she was doing good. She ended up getting a job, getting her own place, and I made the mistake of trying to work it out with her again, and I think that lasted about 8 months or so. Then I ended up back at mom's. So now, from that point on, she was a half-assed mother to say the least. She'd show up when she felt like it, not when she didn't. Um, just went right back to the drugs because she met the wrong people up here. Uh, so it was back to the same thing, except we're in a new area to her. And, she lived for most of my kids' lives. She's lived less than 5 minutes away and didn't see them for I don't know, 9+ years. Um, and in the meantime, I think it was 2006 when I originally left her, right, Mom? And I think it was June of '06 I came up here and then into Nashua. Well,
It was
so,
right before you got custody of Jordan,
yeah.
a couple weeks before.
That winter, I slipped and fractured what's called don't judge me. I don't know if I'm saying this right, but the sacroiliac joint in my lower right side of my back.
Sacroiliac.
Thank you. That one. Um, all because I tried throwing a snowball at the neighbor across the street, peeking her head out the door. I was trying to hit her with a snowball, and it backfired. I went up in the air, came down on the lower part of my back with my steel toe boot under. So from then on, my doctor at the time was just giving me, all free willy nilly, all these Percocets. So I just started to, take them and take them and take them, and they kept upping the dose and upping the dose. And after a couple of years of getting script after script after script, he basically told me, "Yeah, I can't give you anymore, and we're going to send you over to a pain clinic." And I knew I wasn't going to get anything from the pain clinic because at the time I smoked weed, so I was going to fail that drug test, which I did, and I couldn't get anything, so I had to go to the streets. And that's for the next, I'd say, 9 years. I had my own battle going on with opiates. And granted, I tell people, like, I never graduated, if you will, to the heroin or whatever, but it's no different. It's no better. So I realize that now. But for 9 years, I was taking every bit of Percocet, Oxycontin, Oxycodone, Vicodin that I could get my hands on. Because for the longest, I thought I needed it for my back still, but then realizing, even through all the denial and all the nonsense I put my mother through and everybody else around me, all the lies and manipulation to get money and whatever to fulfill what I wanted. Um, I got lucky and I was working the smoke shop. And, and I say that, like, I don't bash their mother for being, a junkie, if you will. I had my own issues. I was just able to function a little better and still maintain my responsibility as a father first and foremost. But I had a short fuse with everybody, and because of that, that's not me. That's not the kind of person I am. But I got lucky, and I was working the smoke shop that my mother ran for 12 something years, and I had a customer that was coming in that I found out took what's called Suboxone. If any of you don't know what it is, it's like methadone. It's to help you get off of opiates. And she's like, "Yeah, I can help you out," because I wouldn't have known where to start as far as a doctor or anything like that. Um, so basically, I talked to her, and she was able to sell me these things rather than me going and getting pills all the time to help me get away from them. And I was getting from her for a couple of years, and then she had to go to a program, so I had to find my own doctor, which I did, and whatever. The rest is history. So, when I tell people I'm clean and sober since 2015, I mean, essentially I am, but I'm also, um, I have assistance through the Suboxone. And so over time, my goal is to get get away from those as well, but it's not a euphoric feeling. It's not a high. It's not um, changing who I am like the opiates did.
See,
So,
Jason has a very addictive personality to begin with. And I mean, he started drinking and as a teenager and smoking weed and all this stuff. He told me he started smoking cigarettes at a very young age, finding cigarette butts on the ground.
well,
I mean, all of it, a lot of this I knew nothing about, nothing. And he was definitely my problem child. And like I told you earlier, at one point, with all his, like he just talked about
mama.
his lying and everything, I told him that you have one chance to straighten up, or I'm taking your kids because they deserve way better. And he's like, nobody is taking my kids.
Yeah.
And he said, I just need to be left alone for a little bit. He stayed in his room. He totally detoxed himself. He didn't go into rehab. He did it all on his own while he took care of his kids.
Well, I mean, with the help of the Suboxone.
Right. But you got off the other crap.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is 5 days before, my ex at the time was the office manager where I work now, where I've been for 10 years. And she kept telling me, I'm going to talk to the boss and get you an interview and get you an interview. And I'm like, you know what I'm about. You know what's going on with me. Thank you. I appreciate it. It definitely is. It still is every day. But um, she she kept saying, like, you need to get a better job. You need to get a good job, and this would be a good job. And I'm like, I'm not going to pass a drug test. Like, I'm not going to pass a drug test. Even when everybody thought I had quit taking them, I hadn't. I kept everybody fooled for a long time, and it was literally 6 days in 2015 before going for a drug test for this job. Or I'm sorry, 5 days before the drug test, that I started taking the Suboxone and stopped taking the Percocets. And I went and took the drug test, honestly not expecting to pass it, but I did, and that was an emotional moment to say the least. But not only did I prove to myself that I could do what I never thought I would be able to do, but I was also stepping into a career where I should have been for a long time. But so I get the job, and I'm still there now. But um, yeah, I mean, in that sense, never look back. And I don't know who made that comment, but it's couldn't have been so true, any more true to it. Yeah, right there. Um,
Yeah.
Over 27 years is absolutely amazing. But it's the truth. Mentally, it never ends. I keep telling myself, I don't care if I have to have surgery. I don't care if I break a bone. I don't care what it is. I won't accept a prescription for painkillers, because that's what started it to begin with.
Well,
And
you had shoulder surgery at one point.
yeah, and they tried giving me a prescription, and I refused it. Um, but it's like, actually, no, Mom, the shoulder surgery was before I got clean, so I was already taking them. And so, needless to say, it didn't really touch the pain because the tolerance was crazy at that point. But nonetheless, I mean, so essentially, in my head right now, right, I'm 42 years old, and
I ain't that old.
huh?
I'm not that old.
Well, I don't know, but like, I feel great. I met my soon-to-be wife December 26th. Technically, we started talking December 26th, 2020, and I've known her a lot longer. But let's just say there was a certain situation as to why we couldn't talk the way we should have been all along. And I was in a relationship and she was in a relationship, but she was in one of a different sort. We'll just put it that way. So I never thought I had a chance. But she hit me up on an app on Instagram. I'm sure everybody knows what Instagram is, but she hit me up and
Of course.
I have it on my phone. Like, I don't even know why, honestly. But I had it on my phone and I saw something come across with her name, which is unique in itself. And I was like, oh, let me see what she's up to. And I had been single for a while myself. And I'm like, oh, we'll talk. So, she claims all she wanted was coffee, but let's be real. That was just an excuse. Uh, so,
He came to me, he said, Mom, guess who wants to see me?
yeah,
He said, you remember the girl from the shop that won the TV years ago. We
yeah.
had given away a big screen TV, and Karen was the one that won it. And I just love this girl. I'll tell you.
Ew.
I
She's
can tell.
she invited me to her church, and at this time I was still smoking weed all the time, and I was smoking cigarettes at the point in time, and she invited me to go to her church, and I told her, I'm like, I'm the type of guy, I'm gonna walk into a church and that thing's gonna melt. Like it's not made for me. And I was born, raised Catholic, whether I chose it or not. But over the years, I have gone to different churches, and I never just, I didn't ever look at myself as a religious type as an adult. So I was like, I'll give it a shot and see what it's about. And I love it there. I love it there. And as many people might think that I kept going just to please her, that's not the case. But um,
So just after he was starting down the sober path, Carl refused to
yeah,
take meds for his dental surgery. You just can't
yeah.
open the door to that path.
And Evelyn, let's be real. The doctors strive on even though they're managed a little more now than ever with how many they can give and what they can give. They strive on handing you prescriptions that you have to go back for more and more and more. Um, I love you too, Trinity. I appreciate you. I'm always here for you. So it, like I got through that part of my life, and now it's I go to Bible study every Wednesday. I go to church every Sunday. I work 40 plus hours at my sprinkler job. Which has been 10 years now. I work 2 nights and a Saturday every week at the Bowling Alley Pro Shop, which is where I'm at now. Um, and honestly, like, as great as I feel for stopping smoking weed, stopping smoking cigarettes, getting rid of the opiate addiction years ago, and I've turned my life around in a 180. Like, I still stress more now, I think, than I ever have. And mom knows, like, I work, I bust my ass, I make good money. Well, anybody would think so, but um, it's just it's still paycheck to paycheck, and I love
New England is a tough area to make it.
where
It's a New England,
yeah.
Nashua, New Hampshire, everywhere up there. It's expensive.
Well, I mean,
And it doesn't help that he has a daughter that's not working.
I'm the only income in a house of, well, now 5. I mean, Jordan works. He pays a little bit now that he's there, but he ain't gonna be there for long. But in reality, I'm in a house of 4 where I'm the only income, and um, it still feels like there's nothing there. Like, I can't save, I can't whatever. But I'm not gonna start, giving a sob story like that. But it's that part is stressful. That's the only part in my life that is stressful, is feeling like I should provide for my family. That's what I feel like I'm supposed to do, but it's difficult to keep up with all the bills and keep food in the house. And they all tell me, like, they're appreciative of it, and what I do and what I can do. And
Well, let me explain a little bit here.
Yeah.
Karen was working. What, Jay?
Go ahead, talk. I got to line up this other ball.
All right. Karen was working, his girlfriend. She has really bad bouts of vertigo, and they're trying to get it under control with medication. So you correct me if I'm wrong, Jay.
You're right.
And she has not been able to work. She has a grown son that lives there. He has a mutism disorder.
Selective mutism.
What was it?
Selective mutism.
Where he doesn't, even when we were still living there and he'd be at the dinner table with us, he'd sit next to his mom and he would poke her on the arm and whisper to her if he wanted to say something, because he just doesn't speak in a group until he really gets to know them,
Even
like
then,
with Jason and obviously his mom and Jason's daughter and son, Kirsten and Jordan, he's
e-
fine with.
even then, it's a whisper at best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he'll get
So
some.
he can't really go to work. And the kid is smart. I mean, he's very, very intelligent. So Jason does struggle. He calls me, and if I start crying again, I'm sorry.
Mama, breathe.
I'm so proud of him.
You know, I'll be honest. I don't know any of your followers, subscribers, your fan base, whatever you call it, your friends. I don't know any of them, but
They're family.
I can honestly say that, I've known people that have been in my shoes and their families just completely disown them and, stop talking to them, don't want to deal with them. And to an extent, like I get the tough love aspect or just wanting to cut that nonsense out of their lives. Like I get to a point, but I can say, whether it be my mother or whoever, like this woman has stuck by me with, shit that she shouldn't have. Always there for me to dig me out of trouble. Because of my addiction, I was a thief. Stole over $3,000 in bowling league prize money, um, and I got bailed out, and it was because of her essentially. I know it wasn't directly, but I'm not going to get into that. But and the person, if she's here, that knows the situation, I love you and I appreciate you and thank you. I'll never forget that. But my mother just stuck by me no matter what it was. Everything I did, everything I put her through, the stress, worrying about me, not knowing what was going to happen day to day with me, and all the way up till now, to the point where, when you guys were here and we went shopping, I started to walk away and get emotional because I didn't ask for it, and as many times as I did ask for help, uh, didn't ever like doing it, but this time around it was, my girlfriend and I, we were at lunch and I just brought up in conversation that we needed to run to get some toilet paper, and mom was like, well, why don't we go to the store after? And long story short, it was, hundreds later that she filled my fridge, my freezer, the house as a whole. And my stepfather, Dad, you there?
He's listening. He's not right here.
um,
He's out in the house somewhere.
he grabbed me and he told me, listen, we see the changes you've made, and they're proud of me, and I love that. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love it and appreciate all that, but I hate the fact that, I need to help. Like I hate the fact that I have to have help just to feel like I'm doing what I should be doing as a father, as a man. So that's my stress. But other than that, everything else is 1,000 times better than it has been in the last 15 plus years.
Yeah, he was ready to just lose it at the store that day. And I said, Brian talked to him like he said. And I said, you're busting your butt and you're working hard and you're doing sorry.
This was a bad idea, Mom.
No, it wasn't. Read these comments. I can't read them, but read these comments.
I'm thank you. I appreciate it.
Keep looking. Your testimony can help many. Please keep being a beacon.
Thank you, Judy. Thank you. I'm not sure, Cat.
22 Q Cat. Her name is Lynn.
Don't feel bad as the economy is making it extremely difficult for one to save and all of us. Yeah, I hear that. Oh my goodness, do I ever. You know me? I know you?
That's Amy.
What's up, cuz? I love you. I miss you.
And Karen said, yes, we're family.
All right, we are indeed.
And there's Brian.
Hey,
He's
Dad.
there.
Love you.
I'm recently adopted. What an amazing family. Yes, Kay, you definitely have been.
There's no bigger reward than hearing you get to thank you. I love her
Thank you, Sean.
more than anything.
And here's Carl.
What does the rest of that say? How do I see the? Oh, there it is up there.
I just can't read right now.
Yeah, Carl. I hear you.
That's Evelyn's husband that she was talking about.
I hear you completely.
And this is Andy.
I love it. You know, I keep debating on whether I get on like, hey, whether I get on social media myself and talk about things, and every time I think about it, I'm just like, yeah, no, nobody wants to hear a sob story. Nobody wants to, and I don't want to turn it into a thing where people feel like they gotta, support me or donate to me because I've been through or go through whatever.
No, listen. You told me a long time ago. He said, Mom, he says to me, Mom, I want to find a way that I can help others not go through what I've been through. And I've been trying to tell him, if nothing else, YouTube is a way to do it. I mean, if it wasn't for this, I wouldn't know any of you people. And I love you all.
Wow. Maybe at some point. Well, now some of you know my story.
Amy says, I love you, Jason.
I love you. Thank you. Yeah, that man right there. Holy crap.
My guinea pig.
Man, listen, I used to, my mother, when I was younger, she was a player to say the least. And I used to go, whatever, man, it's your life, do what you want, whatever. But then some guy online was, I lived in Texas for a year to give my father a chance, my donor, if you will, a chance. And I couldn't stand it, so I couldn't wait to get home. But I didn't want to go to this certain high school because I would have been probably one of maybe 20 white kids in the school, and it was a very racially divided area in Ohio, and I didn't want to go to that school. So, but I couldn't stay in Texas anymore because I couldn't stand the people that were there, and so I came back, and the best thing that could have happened is she's like, "Oh, we're not going to be here long. We're moving in a couple months to go to Massachusetts." And I was like, okay, like whatever. So then we get to Massachusetts, and I go from this big city life, whether it be, Cincinnati or Houston, to this like small hick town. Everybody knows everybody, and everybody's in everybody's business. whatever. But I went to that school, and it was, thank goodness, a lot better than the school I would have went to. But my mom, we moved out there so she could meet this guy that was supposed to be the one and whatever. But
It wasn't Brian. It was
no,
someone else.
no, it was a guy that was a coward, to say the least, who up one day while we were gone. But anyway, she kept like searching and doing it online, and I remember saying something, and I don't remember if you remember this, Mom, but I remember saying something like, why not try to find somebody like off the internet? Why on the internet? And it just made things easier for her, I guess. But then I ate my words because she met this man who I can't say um, great enough things about. He took my mom in um, with open arms, and then myself, my brother, our kids. Like he's helped every one of us immensely, and I'll never be able to repay you or thank you enough for that, Dad.
See, he's a softie too.
Oh goodness, hold on.
He's a big softie too. Lynn said, we care about Cindy, so we care about you. Hugs to you both.
Oh. So
Look at Trinity.
that's
Look
me.
at Trinity's comment.
Hey, what's up, brother? I'm all right.
You all right?
Yeah.
Good deal.
Just working.
Guess P, I know he's a lady has, so I guess P might have COVID.
All right. He's obviously got somebody coming in, but he's crazy. He's my baby. He's been trying. You can see he needs to lose weight. He's I think he was diagnosed type 2 diabetes, and they've been trying keto, and it's so hard with the stress of food and everything.
Still to this day,
What's that?
stressing about food.
I told him, I said, obviously you need to lose weight. You were diagnosed with type 2, right?
No. I was labeled pre-diabetic. I don't have diabetes. Not
All
yet,
right.
anyway.
Well, you don't want to get there.
I really don't. All
So
right.
Judy said, we want to hear, we all struggle. Food is just another type of addiction. And everybody in this chat has lived through that,
I'll be
including
honest.
me.
I'll be
It's
honest.
it's
I don't know.
horrible.
I don't know how you guys do it. Yeah, for sure. Um, I don't know how anybody like I said, I struggle financially as it is, but we did keto for, I want to say, 6 months, and it was successful for all of us in the house. My girl's son doesn't need it. Obviously, I mean he's a toothpick, but he only eats certain things anyway. But um, I for me, honestly, it's like hugely unaffordable. Um, I get things that will be able to feed 4 people, and unfortunately, most of the time, without it being repetitive, it's we're not keto right now, and we want to be, but I just can't afford. The meats are ridiculously priced. I can't afford to live that lifestyle for 4 people.
It can be hard, and I get it. That's why when we were there, we stocked the heck out of his freezer and his refrigerator and his pantry, and it just doesn't last forever. And I know they had to have eaten good then because I didn't buy any garbage stuff.
No, we did for a while. Hey, Deb, thank you. I love you. Were you here the whole time?
Yeah, she said hi earlier.
I love you so
Or
much.
she did when Trin was in there and you were waiting on your customers.
Oh,
Um,
thank you.
Debbie Savings. This is a friend of mine. Her and her husband have been to the house. We've been out, had meals together. They're really great people.
Yeah.
And Brenda Jones says, great story, Jason. We all struggle. Hang in there.
I'm doing my best.
All right, you got to read this, Jason, because
What is it? Oh,
I'm
hold
trying
on.
really hard not to cry again.
Hold on. Yeah, that's why I go back and forth in my own head as to whether I want to or when. I love you, Dad.
This is definitely a double tissue episode for sure.
Oh, I was saying, Aunt Debbie, I hope you heard me a minute ago. I love you so much, and I can't thank you enough. I can't repay you enough, but I appreciate everything you've done for me too.
I hope, Brian, you're still watching because Trudy said we couldn't thank Grandpa enough for everything he did and continues to do.
Sorry, I'm setting this up, Mom. I might mute it in a second because I got to
All
drill.
right.
I got to drill two of them.
James said we all have our own addictions and struggle daily. Amy said, I thought it was was unaffordable too. I have struggled. I guess she has struggled. Amy has a tough time too, money wise, and
I bet she got a
they're making it. They're making it.
she's got a football team over there.
Rick is the guy up in New Hampshire, Jason. Good food is expensive, but I typically eat once a day and don't buy junk and no more meds. So in the long run, it's cheaper for him. Yeah, if you can get off the meds, that's one expense you don't need to pay.
Thank you. Thank you.
I heard you, Jason. Love you too.
Yeah. I owe a lot of me not being dead or in prison to not just my mother, but that woman right there too.
Sisters, sisters, sisters.
Yeah.
And this is stuff I didn't even know.
Yeah. Well, what part?
Huh? What?
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. What?
What part didn't you know?
Uh, you said Debbie helped you out.
Yeah. You know. I know. You know. She knows.
Obviously. What did I forget? What did I?
I
Where
mentioned
was I? When was it?
I mentioned being a thief in the bowling league.
Mhm.
You know? Do you forget?
I didn't forget a whole lot.
Yeah.
Whoa, what was it?
Well, um, I know since getting clean and going in the right direction, I found out things. So and I don't get to talk to her much, so I wanted to say thank you.
Or you could probably message her anytime because
Yeah, I don't do Facebook. I don't like Facebook. I go on every great once in a while, but
even when I message him, it's rare. It takes him a while to get it. Jason, a sponsor is not charity. I think this is something to explore. I hope someone would sponsor me when in need.
Yeah, I mean,
He could be a really good sponsor to someone.
yeah, maybe I will do it. I don't know. I don't really have a whole lot of time to, like, even now, like I'm about to have to mute y'all because I gotta drill this ball and it's gonna get loud and I got people waiting for these 2 bowling balls out here.
Well,
But
it's been an hour, Jay, and I know
uh,
you're busy, and
yeah,
I appreciate you so much.
I love you, Mama. I love you, Dad, and Deb, Amy. I miss you guys. Um, it was nice meeting everyone.
Mhm. We've always struggled to pay bills and feed our family too, but I have managed the last 4 years to live a keto lifestyle.
Well, you need to talk to me.
Yeah, talk to him, Amy. Nan says,
God
God
bless you
bless
too.
you. But
All right. Well, maybe some other time I'll come back on again. I don't know, but I gotta get back to it.
all right, real quick. I think we love you too, Jason.
Thank you. Oh, thanks for letting me tell it.
I love you.
I love you, Mama.
I got to get off here though.
I love you. I will talk to you later, Mom.
All right.
Bye,
Don't work
everybody.
too hard, but work hard.
Yeah, well, I got a lot to get done, so I don't know how I can do this. Look at it.
Yeah, he's got bowling balls to drill, and it's going to get loud.
All right.
All
No
right.
problem. Thank
Lynn
you.
said, thank you for sharing your story with us, with all of us. And I want to thank everybody for coming and joining us in the chat. And Trinity,
Love you, Trin.
thanks for sharing. Jason,
Hasten. I like it.
Hasten,
All right. Adios. Love you, Mom.
I love you too.
All right. Bye.
Bye. And on that note, I'm going to go compose myself. Love you all.